here. Carcino finally got the jinx off his back. Got the monkey off his back. Man, I need to get about 5 more monkeys off my back. Cause damn it, if I've been getting ripped off when it came to these damn bets. Now, today it all paid off. Because I knew once they let Dallas beat the Lakers back-to-back games, I knew like hell the Kings was gonna win tonight. Now what I didn't know was the over-under. Was sweating bullets down the stretch. I'm like, oh God. This 220, I had 221 and a half, and I was scraping my teeth, hoping and praying, and all the luck in the world bestowed me. Because they definitely didn't hit that 121. And I'm like, finally, after getting screwed over for a week. And boy, did I get screwed, man. I got screwed out of $3,000, $4,000, $7,000. All I needed was one win. That's been happening for like a week straight. And finally, the one win finally came through for me. I'm like, thank you, finally. Damn, but I got. Now, while we're here, stop doing things out of obligation. That's right. Hit the like button, good people. If you're new here, subscribe. We're going to get into this more on the Patreon. But doing things out of obligation never helps. See, people, they feel like, some people can make it feel like, you know, like you work for them. And they get that because of your niceness or your kindness. They start to treat you like you're an employee or something. They're like, dude, I'm not on salary. You know, like, you don't pay me. You know, I did something because I'm nice, you know, the first time around, but I'm not going to keep doing this. So you got to, like, assert yourself and let people know, like, who you are. You know, some real things went down. And people were doing things out of obligation, overextending themselves. You know, and once you start that, it's kind of hard to take it back. Because people think like this is what you're supposed to be doing and this is what you always do. They do it at your job, they do it everywhere. So it almost pays to do the minimal. When you go above and beyond, they don't take it as, man, they went above and beyond. They really didn't have to do that. It was like, good job. Now I'm going to expect you to do this every damn time. She's like, whoa, 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 hold up, homie. Hold up, homie. It don't work like that. You know, I'm not obligated to do these things. And people take that and use it against you. Because the time you start saying, hey, man, you know, I've been doing this so long, and now you tripping. Yeah, he tripping now. That's what happened when you don't nip something in the bud. You get the you tripping rip. Yeah, he tripping. I don't know what's wrong with him. He tripping. Of course family can do it. Families are the ones that implement it the most. Normally it happens in families a lot. You see it in like the middle child. The middle child end up got to cook, do all the cleaning. They Cinderella with the cruel stepsisters. You know, that's normally the middle child. And they go, oh, that's the middle child syndrome. The middle child gets forgotten. The middle child is the one that they depend on the most. They lean on the middle child and be like, look, middle child, this your job. You're going to bridge everything together. Yeah, people don't care nowadays. To them, this is the norm. This is the way. Yeah, that's the way it moves. Don't care. Caring was not in their plans when they set out to do this. Mm-hmm. I always say it depends on the person. It always depends on the person. But you see it a lot. You put in all your effort to do all this work, and then you go above and beyond because you want to say, hey, I'm going to just show them, this is how it's supposed to be done. And they think that's your job. And it isn't. It's like, hey, wait a minute, that ain't my job. That's yours. I told you, I learned when me and my cousin both worked at the same job, he did damn near nothing. He came to work every day, got his check, he didn't do nothing extra, if he did his job at all, and was wondering why I was killing myself. I was trying to show and be an exemplary employee. We had the review coming up, and he just got a regular grade and I got a plus. But we got the same raise. I'm like, he got the same raise as me. He's like, yeah, but you got a plus. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? You got a plus by your rating. Like, this is pretty much all he's going to be, but you got potential to go all the way up to the top. I'm like, but we got the same raise. I'm like, man, this is it? That showed me then this is like my first real job, so I'm like, this is it? My cousin like, see, told you. Killing yourself for nothing. And I'm like, damn, this is it? I get the same rate as him? But I get a plus in Meredith, something invisible that I can't grab or touch? But I'm supposed to be happy about this? Nah, I don't feel happy with this. Plus didn't mean a damn thing. That's like getting an A and one person getting an A plus. The hell that mean? I was mad as hell. I got the same raise, and I'm like, I did all this work. He did nothing. So for him, he was the smartest guy in the room. And I said, you know what? You the smartest guy in the room, buddy, because that was the smartest decision ever made in life. You didn't give a damn when it started, and you didn't give a damn when it ended. But you know what? You was damn right. I was looking at this wrong. You was looking at it through the right eyes. So it brightened me. It brightened my eyes and got me woke up to what was going on. I said, yep, I'm not going to overextend myself ever again. Whoa! I see the courthouse, so I must be close to my house. Damn, this is like a quicker way. Just a lot of cops this way normally, so I ain't traveling this late. I mean, damn, this is a smooth ride straight to my house. Like, I ain't had to make a turn. Okay. I hear you talking. I never took this way before because the courthouse, cops. You know, I never take this way on the afternoon. You know, they be camped out there ready to go to war. What's up, C Hill? Thanks for the super chat donation. I'm gonna tell you a hood story right now to go on top of all that. That'll go right with it. Here's what you're doing with overextending yourself. Two cousins are in the drug game, heavy. I mean heavy. Moving heavy weight. They went from weed to coke. And now that they're doing coke, they don't know what the hell they're doing with coke. So now, they trying to figure out what to charge people for grams. So they bring in this white guy who's a hype out of his mind and does coke and telling them what they should be charging. And he's the guy that told them they needed to be selling coke. So they grabbed him, rolled with this white guy, and they was listening to him with prices and all this stuff, and they start working together and they making money. But he's using most of the stuff he's damn near doing. Then he's bringing chicks around, you know, other mouths, other people. Then he's halfway doing his job, and the other cousin, you know, want to keep the business afloat. And when they know he forgot to do stuff because he's all coked out of his mind, they start overcompensating and going to do his work and doing stuff out of obligation. Now he's got more responsibility than the doggone white guy who's all coked out. So now it come to a situation where people owe the white guy money. And in the drug game, it's different from weed to coke. Coke game is a little bit deadlier. And all of a sudden, they got a debt, a major debt that they can't afford to pay. And it's like, how did you let them borrow this much? They kept borrowing money because they knew the white guy was soft. And he was doing stuff with him. And he would just forget how much they owed him and everything. And then they'll start talking like, I'm going to pay you this when I get my check. You know, Coke here to tell you any damn thing. He's making up stuff as he go along. All he could do is buy more time and keep coming by. And they knowing like, man, I ain't even got to pay this guy. So now in the Coke game, you're going to have to prove you can kill. Because if you don't, they just going to, why would they pay you? You ain't showed them no threat as to why they should pay you the money. And that spreads. So they decided, I'm doing all this work, the two cousins, we're going to have to straighten the white boy out because he ain't got his money. So they wanted to straighten the white boy out. So they told the white boy, look, either you get your money or we're going to straighten you out. So the white boy's in full panic now. He's like, oh man, I ain't know it was gonna come to this. So the white boy told him, look, man, you gotta do something. You gotta go take from your mama or do something. I gotta get my money. Or they finna take it out on me. So the white boy, who was on drugs heavy, knew that this was gonna go bad for him. So he told the guy, hey man, you gotta get this money up, man. I'm gonna have to smash you. So the other guy who was, oh, okay, man, I'm gonna have the money, man. I'm gonna give you a little something. That way you can get to him, hold him, let him know we got something. He was like, all right, cool. He was, give me the 5 o'clock. I get off work at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna be there on the same spot you always see me, 5 o'clock, and I'll be there. Guy wasn't there. The guy never showed up at 5 o'clock. So they meant to go grab him and said, hey man, where's the money? Where's this money that you always talking about? He's like, where's this money you always talking about? The money you owe. So he was, man, dude supposed to be here at 5, dog. He got it, I swear. I'm standing on everything. So right then and there, he got popped in the mouth by one of the cousins. They started beating on him. And then they stomped on his leg, everything, man. They beat him up. Told him he better have the rest of the money. Or some of the money. Because they ain't got none of it yet. So now that he's all beat up, things are not going his way. No, he didn't skip town. White boy went home, told his parents he got robbed. Some black guys beat him up. And the parents called the cops. He was like, I got beat up. I have some money and I was gonna buy some drugs. And some black guys beat me up. And right away, cops. And the parents, oh my God, my son was beaten half to death by black guys, some black drug dealers. So he said, if you point them out, sure enough, pointed out the 2 cousins. Got the 2 cousins locked up, and they was like, no, man, this dude, he owe us money. And they was like, what does he owe you money for? We loaned him some money. Like, loan him some money for what? He needed help. We loaned him some money. And he didn't pay us. So the guy he owes money to beat him up. Like, no, I had money for drugs and they took it. They beat me and took my money. So they had to go to court. Now, the lawyer got them a deal because they were going to get charged with extortion. The text messages prove that guy was lying, but then it admits that they're drug dealers. So they had to come to a compromise to where they just took that as a loss. You know, so the younger cousin got probation. He got 3 years probation. And the oldest one, he didn't get anything done to him because the other brother took all full responsibility for everything. So now, dude gonna have to move because now he has exposed himself to be a snitch and a liar. But he's a drug addict. So what does a drug addict do? They go right back to doing the same things. So he gets arrested on another charge for drugs. He got caught with drugs on him. So he agrees to not do any jail time, to wear a wire and try to set up his old partners that he just was in court with. They didn't sell him the new drugs, but he's willing to try to lock them up. Like they're still selling drugs over there. They don't sell drugs to me, but they're selling drugs to people I know. I can help you get them arrested. So right away, he's trying to help get them set up. And they already know it. So they were aware. But he got one of the cousins pretty much jammed up with another friend of his that he sent there to try to get drugs on. He got one of his buddies, set up and busted with drugs so he could become a snitch like him. So once again, overextending yourself to bring somebody into your organization, and you feel obligated to bring him in because he was the one that said it. Hey, you guys need to go from weed to coke, and they didn't know anything about it. They brought him into their organization, and then he's the one to take it all down. So, Sarah. I mean, they still out hustling today. Some of them are locked up right now. Free the guys. Hopefully they get out, get their lives back together. But, everybody else seems to be doing all right. They're going to help them out when you get home. You know what I mean? So I'm out. Did they catch the white boy? Yeah, white boy been caught like 3-4 times. He's a drug addict. So he's naturally going to be caught in situations that are revolved around drugs. And he's going to lie, cheat, and steal to try to do anything he can to stay out of jail. But he keeps going because none of the stuff he does is going to work because he's a drug addict. He tried to come out with some real estate scheme and all this. I'm like, I'm not going to trust to work with you. You're a drug addict. I already know what your past history. You're trying to get me to go into some real estate thing. Like, no, dude, you're going to get paid. All you do is you just show the front because you got good credit. And then people are just paying to use your good credit to do this and that. But you get your money up front and you got no responsibility. I'm like, who you think you're talking to, man? I'm not trusting you in any kind of business. You are a drug addict. You would tell me anything in the world just so you can get some money to get some drugs. No way. No better than getting business with you. I would be the fool. He probably in jail right now. I just ain't kept up with him, but the white boy probably in jail right now for somewhere else down the road. Guys like that who they do things that like you would think like, man, he gonna be dead, and he's still alive. That lets you know that something crazy is going on. So, anyhow, I'm out.